Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting the UAE and Qatar. When he visited the UAE in 2015, he was the first Indian Prime Minister since Indira Gandhi in 1981 to do so. So the question is, why is West Asia so important to India's strategic interests? The first point is the energy security. Nearly 30% of India's oil imports come from Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia and the UAE, also known as Gulf Cooperation Council, the GCC. And 90% of natural gas requirements are sourced from Gulf countries, mainly from Qatar. The second important point, Indian diaspora. Out of India's 1.34 crore non-resident Indians, more than 66% are in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman and Bahrain. In 2022, 88 lakh overseas Indians lived in 6 Gulf nations. The breakdown is about 34.1 lakh NRIs lived in the United Arab Emirates, 25.9 lakh live in Saudi Arabia, followed by 10.2 lakh in Kuwait, 7.4 lakh in Qatar, 7.7 in Oman and around 3.2 lakh in Bahrain. And most Indian NRIs, the most important point out here is that are working in white-collar jobs in the Gulf countries, and they make a significant contribution to the local economies. The third point, rich remittances. India receives $35 billion in remittances from 9 million Indian nationals in the Gulf countries. In 2022, the nation got $90 billion in remittances, with the UAE as the second biggest source after United States. The fourth important point, trade ties. 1/5 of India's bilateral trade happens with GCC countries, along with countries of the West Asian and North African region. The GCC member states are India's largest trading partner. So in 2022-23, two-way trade between India and the Gulf region exceeded $220 billion US, and UAE and India signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement in March 2022. And there's one more point, the LUK West Policy. The India, Israel, United Arab Emirates and the United States, calling themselves as I2U2 Quadrilateral Initiative, indicated a change in India's approach to the Middle East. For a long time, New Delhi saw West Asia through the India-Pakistan lens, and this has now changed. India's LUK West policy is complemented by the GCC member states and the LUK East policy with a focus on India and China and other countries to the east. Well, the announcement of the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor during the G20 summit in New Delhi underlines the significance of this strategic partnership.